Greetings, it's Iain from RTO here. Welcome to Retro Ranking, where we look at songs more than the albums. And the band we're going to look at today are a band that have been forgotten about, I think. And there's not much love for this band, and that's why I'm doing it. Now, they're a band that were formed in Manchester in 1976. They become very popular in the late 70s, early 80s, and the band is Sad Café. Now, Sad Café was formed as a result of the unification of two rock bands, one being Mandalam Band and the other being Gyro. Its founder members were Paul Young, not the Loving the Common People Paul Young, but the Paul Young that went on to play with Mike and the Mechanics. Ian Wilson on guitars, Vic Emerson keyboards, Ashley Mulford on lead guitar, John Stimpson the bass, Tony Cresswell on drums. And they took their name from Castle McCullers' novella ballad of the Sad Café. They were around from 76 to 1990, took a break, came back in 2000, in 1998, 2000, and then back from the 2012 onwards. So we've had Paul Young, who sadly died in 2000. In 1986, they did have a keyboard player called Phil Lanzon, and of course he's now with Uriah Heep. And Des Tong played bass with the band for a long time. But it's that Paul Young, Ashley Mumford, Ian Wilson, Vic Emerson, Jim Stimpson lineup with Dave Irving on drums that we all know. So I've picked 10 tracks by Sad Café that I really like. And now I've got like an anthology of them, and then it's really made me want to go now, listen to this, go and find their albums. So that is my quest. So here are 10 great songs by Sad Café. Okay, coming in at number 10. Now this one comes from 1980. It was a single, but it only got to number 41. And it's called La Di Da. Great vocal from Paul Young. And I love the keyboards on this. Absolutely fantastic song. Okay, coming in at number 9. This is a track off their 1980 album just called Sad Café, and it's called Losing You. There's some really nice guitar work on this. It's got a great bass line. It's such a catchy melodic tune as well. The one thing about this band, they did have all of them could sing. So you've got Paul Young doing the lead, and then you've got, I think it's Ashley Mumford, Ian Wilson and John Stimpson doing the backing. Their harmonies are fantastic on this track. I just love that. Okay, the next one, number 8, is actually the B-side of their biggest hit. We'll talk about that, but the B-side was a track called Wish This Night Would Never Be. I love the song. It's got an absolutely killer guitar solo on it, and there's a live version, there's a live album that I found on Spotify, and the live version of this is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fabulous track. At number 7, from 1978, this is off an album called Misplaced Ideals, and it's Here Comes the Clowns. Some great riffs in this track. They were really good, come up some really great riffs and bass lines. It's a great vocal as well from Paul Young. I do like that. Okay, number 6. Now this is a single from 1977 that didn't chart, and I don't understand why it didn't, because it's a brilliant song, and it's called I Believe, and in brackets, Love Will Survive. The piano at the start is brilliant. You've got some great guitar in it. The harmony singing on this is brilliant, and a great guitar solo. It's from Ashley Mulford. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, number 5. Another track single from 1977 that didn't chart. It's Hungry Eyes. That's one of Paul Young's best vocals ever. How this didn't chart. It's got some great drumming on this, it's just absolutely brilliant. At number 4, another song from 77 that didn't chart, and it's Black Rose. Ashley's guitar work on this is superb. You got this, the bass line, which I think is Des. It's a very mellow track, but it's just something about it. Okay, number 3 is their biggest hit ever. It was from 1979 and it got to number 3, and I think this is the one everybody knows. Every Day Hurts. The harmony singing on this is brilliant. The piano at the beginning, it's got a good guitar solo on it. Huge hit for the band. Their only really big hit. Okay, coming in at number 2. From 1979 again. Got to number 32 in the charts. And I remember seeing this on Top of the Pops. And it's Strange Girl. I love the guitar work on this. Ashley was a very underrated guitar player, and I do like that track. But my favourite track by Sad Café is from 1980, and it got to number 14 in the charts, and it's called My Oh My. Great lyrics, the harmonies are good. I love it in the middle when the chorus comes in. I love the piano in this. It's just very AOR, but it's absolutely brilliant, and I've always liked that track. I think I brought my first Greatest Hits album purely for that track. Okay, I do have some honourable mentions, of course. And the first one is a track off a 1978 album, again, My Misplaced Ideals. It's called Feel Like Dying, and it's a wonderful ballad with a really great vocal from Paul Young. Absolutely brilliant track. Okay, my next one goes back to 1977, and it's from an album called Thanks Ta-Ra, and it's the title track, Thanks Ta-Ra. It's a jazzy sort of number. I love the keyboards on this. Absolutely killer. It's a brilliant track and should have more love. I will put that in. These are all going in the playlist today because they deserve to. And my final one is a B-side from 1978. It's the B-side of Hungry Eyes, and it's called Bellends. It's got some saxophone on it, and it's a great studio version, but the best version is the live album version. It's absolutely brilliant. The drumming is superb, and it's just a track that should have more love. So there we go. A little bit of love for Sad Café today. A great band that should have been bigger than what they were. Okay, that's all for today. It just seems to be getting darker and darker. There's even lights on the cars. This is supposed to be July. It's more like a November morning here. I'll be back tomorrow though, and we're going to stay with the sort of the AOR theme tomorrow. And we're going to look at the Marathon Day, and it's going to be a great band from America called REO Speedwagon. So join me for that. So bye for now.